I spent 7 years in the military. And whenever I meet other veterans, it comes up like, did you go to a combat zone? Did you go to the desert? And I say no. There's a look they give me that kind of signifies that they've been somewhere, seen something more than I've ever seen, and that I just won't understand. What I'd like to say to them is, I feel the same way. I have been through something. I loved it. I loved boot camp. Our drill sergeants were exceptional. They really helped us succeed. After boot camp, I went for professional training. There were at least 300 trainees in my battalion, and only 13 of us were women. This group would be my new family for the next 16 weeks. On the second week, around 12:30 that night, I woke with a start. I could feel the heat of a person's skin inches away from my face. All I could see were a pair of eyes and a drill sergeant's hat. Then he said, "While you're here in training, I can make it easier for you." He started stroking my hair and telling me that I had lovely eyes. As he was saying this, his hand went from like my hair down to my shoulders. You don't have to be super bright to understand what that means. Then he said, "Do you want the easy way or do you want the hard way?" The thing was, it wasn't just with one of them. Whoever was on duty is who they wanted you to do something sexual with. So I chose the harder way.
Come on, let's go. Get up.
They would wake me up and they'd have me do squares, which meant I took my toothbrush and I'd have to clean out the lint of every crack on all 4 sides of every square and every hallway. It's an impossible task. They're counting on the futility of the task that they give you to also be part of the weapon that helps beat you down. Then their other favorite thing was called drill and ceremonies, where I had to go up and down every floor and collect all the garbage cans, scrub them out, dry them out, polish them, have them be dress right dress, which was tallest to smallest.
Holy Jesus. What is that?
They'd give me about an hour and a half of sleep every night. After like 2-3 weeks of that, I couldn't even stay awake during the day. So they kept trying to get me out on failure to adapt to a military lifestyle / narcolepsy. So then at that point I had to be top of my class. I couldn't let them win. Even when I did give in, it didn't stop, because at that point they were angry. And it was exactly like being in a box with a lion. You're trapped. They control your phone, your privacy, your mail. All I could do was go corner to corner. And I'd like to say that once I did graduate that it stopped. But it was the beginning of a long series of harassment. It was nonstop. If you look at me one way, it doesn't look like I have anything missing, but if you put on the sexual harassment night vision goggles, you would see hacked off pieces. The length of time that it went on, they just took huge chunks out of my body. I know how it feels to be so pieced out and like you'll never get any of that back. So I guess when they say things like, "Oh, you haven't been in combat," I just wish we could understand each other, because I really feel like I was.